petroleum gas. This company, originally known as Standard Processing Equipment Construction and Erection Limited, is now referred to as East African Spectre. In 1974, Raila was appointed Group Standards Manager at the Kenya Bureau of Standards, a position he held until 1982 when he was arrested for his political activities and subsequently incarcerated. The government of then late President Daniel Moi put him under house arrest for a total of 7 months. He was later accused of treason and imprisoned for 6 years without trial. His mother passed away in 1984 while he was in prison. On February 6, 1988, Moi ruled for his release, but by September of that year, he had been arrested and incarcerated again. On June 12, 1989, he was released from prison, but on July 5, 1990, he was arrested once more as part of the movement for multi-party democracy along with Kenneth Matiba and Charles Rubia. After being freed from jail on June 21, 1991, he feared for his safety and immigrated to Norway in November of the same year. After moving back to Kenya in February 1992, Raila Odinga quickly became involved with the Forum for the Restoration of Democracy, eventually becoming the party's vice chairperson of the General Purposes Committee. In 1992, he ran on the Ford Kenya ticket and won Lang'ata MP seat after his father Jaramogi Oginga Odinga passed away in January 1994. He ran for the party chairman but lost to Michael Wamalwa Kijana. He left Ford Kenya to join the National Development Party after running for presidency in 1997 and coming in third. He organized a merger between his party, the National Democratic Party, and Moi's KANU Party. From June 2001 to June 2002, he was the Minister of Energy in Moi's cabinet. As part of the merger's power-sharing agreement, he was named KANU Party Secretary General in the subsequent elections. Odinga and Moi had a fallout in 2002 after Moi backed Uhuru Kenyatta for president. Odinga and other KANU members such as Kalonzo Musyoka, the late George Saitoti, and the late Joseph Kamodho argued that the 38-year-old Mr. Kenyatta lacked the necessary political experience and leadership characteristics to rule. Therefore, they opposed this move. The Liberal Democratic Party they joined eventually merged with the late Mwai Kibaki's National Alliance Party of Kenya and many other parties to form the National Rainbow Coalition, which ultimately defeated Mr. Kenyatta in 2002 election. Afterwards, he disagreed with Kibaki and ran against him in 2007 presidential election, which was followed by the bloodiest post-election violence in Kenya's history.
Wakenya wote kama wako wagonjwa watapata matibabu hata kama hawana pesa. Sawa? Na vile vile nimesema wale wafukara ambaye hawana mapato yoyote, wale jamii ambaye kwa sababu moja wengine hawana mapato, ingine inaitwa the rural poor, inaitwa the urban poor.
During the peace talks brokered by the late former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, he was appointed Prime Minister of the resulting Grand Coalition. In addition, he lost to Mr. Kenyatta in a highly contentious 2013 presidential election. The Supreme Court overturned the election results, but Raila refused to vote in the rerun in October 2017. He ran for president again in 2022, but lost to William Ruto, and he declared the election was stolen. Dr. Ruto garnered 50.49% of the vote, while Raila Odinga received 48.85%. Odinga challenged the results of the Supreme Court.
Hata kama tunasema tunataka kufanya maandamano, tutafanya maandamano ya kiamani. Sawa? Lakini bado mambo bado. Umeelewana vizuri? Sisi siasa zetu ni za amani na ni za heshima, sio siasa ile ambayo ya kujaribu kukoroga watu hapa na pale namna hiyo.
However, the 7-judge bench upheld Dr. Ruto's win. The court stated that it found no evidence of hacking and that no evidence was presented to show that Chebukati and other IBC staff were involved. Raila later had a handshake with Uhuru in March 2018. In 2022, Raila lost the presidential race to Ruto. In 2025, Odinga and Ruto reached a political deal to join the government. Raila Odinga later joined Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration in an arrangement known as the broad-based government. He died on October 15, 2025. The late former Prime Minister of Kenya, Raila Odinga, died on Wednesday, October 15th in India.
Lero, lero, ni lero. Lero, lero, ni lero.
And as Radio Generation Fraternity, we send our deepest condolences.
Well, may Baba rest in peace. Yeah, that is also our condolence to him. And of course, tunatuma pia pole zetu kwa familia na jamaa zake pia ambao wamempoteza, na pia sisi kwa jumla kama nchi pia tumempoteza kiongozi ambaye tunajua kwamba kwa wengi wetu tumesoma sana kutoka kwake. Wengine wetu tunazidi kusoma even in his death, that we are still learning from him, which is quite important. This is Radio Generation 88.8 here in Nairobi. Mombasa, it is 90.7. If you want to follow us on our social media platforms, we are live on X platform. We are live on our Facebook. We are also live on TikTok. That is at Radio Gen KE. You get there, you will be able to follow this conversation. If you also want to follow us on our online platform, which is also live, please do so on our website, that is www.rgk.co.ke. You'll be able to get to listen to or to follow the proceedings right here about Mourning Baba. And of course, if you also want to be part of this conversation, please, you can write your comments there. You can also call in. It is quite important that we celebrate together. My name is Patricia Wayua, and of course, this is Radio Generation, the home of hard truth and bold insights. We have spent the whole of the day mourning Baba and having conversations around what he was able to do, his legacy, and the proceedings, what is happening in mourning him. So it is quite important that you also join us. This time around, I said I'm gonna have or talk to someone or some people from all the way from Mombasa, because it is also important that we give them an opportunity to be part of this conversation. Therefore, I will be having someone by the name George Otieno, all the way from Mombasa. He is a journalist, by the way, and he's also part of he's also from the same region. Actually, he told me they are neighbors with his Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So we would also want to hear from him. I'm also joined by one Edwin Shamir. Shamir is a youth leader. Is someone who has also done a lot. I know he's someone who has also interacted with Baba during his time, and therefore they will be just giving us an experience that they have had with Baba as we continue to mourn him. I don't know whether Shamir, can you hear me? Shamir, can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? George, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear. Shamir, yeah, I can see you can hear. Yeah, it's important. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to give just share an experience that you had with Baba, and maybe some of the few things that you've taken from him, even as we continue to update the listener about what is happening, and especially what is happening in Kasarani Stadium, where we have seen so many people have already gotten into the stadium. The last update is that the body of His Honorable Raila Odinga was on the way to Kasarani. So we are expecting that Kenyans will be getting the opportunity to view the body and also just celebrate together with Baba before he's taken to the mortuary, and later also to Karen, that is tomorrow. Then later also will be taken to Bondo, where first there will be a stop at Kisumu, whereby people will also be given the opportunity, the people from the region will be given the opportunity to also view the body. So I will be starting with George Otieno. Can you hear me? George Otieno, can you hear me? Shamir, can you hear me? Oh yeah, I can see you are talking about network. We'll have my, I think maybe it is on your side. You're saying I'm not clear. Okay, let me have my team sorting this out. Then I'll be getting back to you. But as we continue, as I wait for my team to sort out this, let me take you back to Kasarani Stadium. We want to see what is happening at Kasarani. I can see lots of crowd, so many Kenyans turning out there to mourn, to celebrate the life of His Honorable Amolo Odinga, Raila, which is quite important. So, producer, please take me to Kasarani. We want to show Kenyans what is happening, see so far whether the body has already arrived at Kasarani, and whether the viewing has already started. Yeah, it's quite important that we keep them informed. But as we wait for the producer to take us there, please remember that we have said that Baba has done a lot of great things in our country. He has left a legacy of courage, a legacy of resilience. He has done a lot, like I had informed you before, a lot which he has done and which is already shaping the country. And he foresaw a country that is peaceful. He foresaw a country which is not sick, like in terms of the health sector, which is doing well, in terms of issues to do with corruption, because we say a country that is full of corruption is already sick. So he foresaw a country that is healthy from sickness, healthy from matters corruption, which is quite important, healthy in terms of having the democratic freedom, which is important in every other nation. So producer, please take me to Kasarani. Want to see what is happening at Kasarani. Is quite important. Yes, as my technician also sorts out the issue to do with the network, because I see my callers are telling me that I do not have strong network. So it's important. Yeah, so as we continue, we have had the life story of Honorable his late Raila Amolo Odinga, what he was able to do, his journey, which is quite interesting. This is somebody who has used has spent his whole life fighting for the country, fighting to ensure that the country is well governed, fighting to ensure that there is accountability in terms of the usage of Kenyans' resources, ensuring that the country remains peaceful or gets the right leadership. Like currently, I know, of course, he has done well in opposition and also in government. Like we have seen the achievements that I have read for you. That is the previous hour. We've seen he did this while he was in government. So, and again, also while he was in opposition, we also have seen a lot happening while he was in opposition. A lot really happened. Yeah, we are right there in Kasarani. Yeah, I don't know what is happening to my screen. I'm not able to see what actually is happening, but we are taking you shortly to Kasarani Stadium, where Kenyans are being given the opportunity to view the body of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, which is quite important. It is the last respect that people are giving to his honorable, because it is a matter of only 72 hours like he wished. He said that he should be buried within 72 hours, and I think it's just for the sake of the country, for the peace of the country, because he knew very well, he knew very well that people will come out, people will march, and as they march, of course, others will take advantage, and maybe this may cause more casualties, in the country. So it was a wise decision. And apart from him, there are so many other leaders nowadays who are preferring to be buried within a few hours, because they know, like, I have achieved what I came here to do in the world. So living in peace and ensuring that I give way for the country to continue is also important. So that is quite important. So Raila's body arrives at Kasarani Stadium. Waiting to see what will be happening next. Now the president starts the process of viewing the body, because he was the one who is supposed to start. The president and also the leadership, they were supposed to start the viewing of the body, and then now the rest of the Kenyans could also be given the opportunity to continue. I can see now you're getting me back to the call. I don't know whether Edwin Shamir, you can hear me.
Hello,
I don't know whether Edwin Shamir, you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. This is George from Mombasa.
Mm-hmm. You can hear me.
This is George from
right now you can hear me. Thank you, George. Can you hear me now? Okay, we shall be getting back to you, please. You can hear me? Oh, I think...
Yes, I can hear you. Maybe I can make my contribution.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Very well.
Yeah, please do it. Now,
Yes.
So, I give you the opportunity. I know you as...
From Mombasa. Well, it's a sad for Kenya.
I give you...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a problem in the connection. I think it's fluctuating. But if I go to where...
Just continue talking. Okay, let me also hear from Edwin Shamir whether his network is also okay. Edwin Shamir, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, loud and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Tricia.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell me, I know you've had the opportunity to meet with the late former Prime Minister some times back. What was your experience as a young leader?
I can say a little from the
made a U-turn.
From the time we
Raila,
shared with the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and I can say that Raila was not just a normal person. He was an icon, and also he was a resilient in everything he was doing. You can see his resiliency. Someone vying for more than 5 times and failing, not getting, and not existing the space. It tells you that he was resilient. He was a go-getter. He knew what he wanted for this country. And maybe we had time to also, with our team, when we visited him, it was during the construction of the SGR which was coming from Mombasa to Nairobi, and we had some issues with policies which the president by that time His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta was trying to come up with this president by that time of diverting all operations from Mombasa to Naivasha. So we had a long talk with him, and from him you can clearly get to know and to understand who Raila was. Raila was someone who is very consistent with what he wanted in this country. Secondly, he is someone who stood tall for democracy. He was a champion of democracy and also devolution. As we speak, we are aware that even the new constitution which we are enjoying right now, the 2010 constitution, he is one of them who fought for the birth of the constitution. And also the Bill of Rights. He has been very strong in defending the Bill of Rights, which is in the chapter 4 of the Kenyan 2010 constitution. And apart from that, he is an icon. You have seen everywhere. Raila has been celebrated as a very strong politician, not only in Kenya, but I can say in Africa. He has been celebrating. He's a command. He has been commanding people. He's the only politician in Africa we have seen who give orders and people will just come out automatically by not paying people any coin and everything. We have seen with all other politicians, they're trying to even get crowd. But to him, we have seen that one coming out very clear. And the only thing I can say on my part, the three things I celebrate Raila and I honor his legacy. Number one, fighting for the freedom of expression and the speech we are enjoying today. Without him being detained for fighting for all these good things we are enjoying, we couldn't have the better country we are having today. Secondly, he gave the people devolution. Before 2010, the people, the citizens of Kenya, used to go through a lot in getting the services, but he made sure that he brought services closer to the citizens where we are. So by the devolution, we can say that he earned a lot of respect from the citizens. Then lastly, I can say is one of the political detainee and is one of the those people who have been in the front line in challenging every rogue regime which has been coming in power and try to suppress the voice of the people. He has stood tall to ensure that the voices of the people are being heard, not only in the street, but even the courtrooms and everywhere. So in that short brief, I can say Raila has left a legacy which I don't see anyone feeling the legacy as we speak. Even speaking from the point of a human rights defender, I don't think that going forward we are going to continue enjoying these rights and freedom which Raila fought for them. So it's a major setback to all citizens of Kenya.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Shamir, unaweza yes. Unanipata? Pengine nikikuuliza kwa sababu kila wakati tunasema kwamba there is a lot that Kenyans need to learn from the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. Pengine kuwa tu specific, ni mambo gani yenye unahisi kwamba kama nchi tuendelee nayo kutoka kwa the former Prime Minister?
Number one thing, and I will not shy to talk about it, speaking truth to power. I think Raila have given many people, in fact, in this field of human rights, many of us, even the upcoming HRDs, have learned from Raila on how to speak truth to power. You see, it's a few in Kenyans, even politicians, even these people who are calling themselves the opposition leaders. These people, they fear to talk the truth to power. But Raila has taught many students of him that you really need to talk and speak the truth, no matter where, no matter how, and no matter the situation you are. You really need to speak truth to power, and your action should speak louder on whatever you are doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Only that. Do you have anything else to add?
Yes, and you see, Trisha, it is very difficult for a normal person. You buy 5 times and you don't get the seat, and it most of the time it's not that you are not being elected. People are electing you. Like the 2007 election, it was clear in the entire world that Raila won election. But you see, despite the regime which was in place robbing him his victory, he still went ahead and also continue pressing the button of not exiting the space. So that spirit of resiliency is what we need from the young people, even from the yesteryear, when the Gen Z was struggling to bring about change. And you, from 1 year down the line, you have seen majority of them are leaving the battlefield. So it means that they have given up. But if you can be a very good student of Raila Odinga, then you need to learn that in this every struggle, we really need to be resilient on whatever you want to do.
Okay, okay, that's nice. So there's also this one question that, well, it is a feeling from me that so far, even before Baba went to be with the Lord, it's like he saw that he had finished his work, depending on how he tried to make peace, maybe with the government, and also depending on how he was putting things in order in his political party ODM. And having seen what now the youth did the other day, how the youth came out, is the same spirit that Baba had of coming out and speaking truth to the government. Do you feel that now Baba had already achieved what he wanted to achieve?
Yeah, I can say that he was almost there. He was almost achieving whatever he was dreaming to achieve since his childhood, and also from the detention, from the political brokerage and everything. So I think Baba was just somewhere near. I can say that maybe 80% he has achieved. The only 20% which he was remaining with is by seeing the young people now taking over power from the older generation and bringing back change, which he was admiring. The change of freedom he has been fighting for, the change of the people getting services they are supposed to get, the change of bringing down the taxes to common mwananchi, and also the change of giving citizens affordable health care and free education. So I think it was just a niche for him to see the kind of change he has been fighting for since his childhood.
Okay, so according to you, you feel that Baba really wanted to see the leadership of the young people?
Yeah, I can say so, because even if you look at ODM right now, we have the battalions of the likes of Caleb Amisi, we have the likes of Babo Wino, we have the likes of Edwin Sifuna. These are young people who have been nurtured and mentored by Raila. So you cannot have a father who is mentoring you, and at the same time he doesn't want to see something positive coming out from you. So I think it's a kind of a leader who was admiring to see young people taking over the political space, and also seeing how they can they can change the trajectory in the leadership style. It can be that you see a political coming up with a political party, and to strengthen the political party, there's a lot of which there's messes, and also there's positive things which you need to handle. So despite that, in the ODM, we have also seen what is not working well. But despite that, he has been able to make sure that ODM has remained formidable in the country, and also in the entire East Africa. I think it's the only political party which has influence in all over the regions, the 8 regions we are having. So it tells you that he had that that niche of having young people in the occupying the political space, the political seats, and also being somewhere on the table.
So, okay, now that maybe you wanted now to have the young people in leadership. So, I saw the other time when he was calling for that intergenerational conclave, which was a dialogue across different generations, including the Gen Zs. And the young people, especially the Gen Zs, came out and said they don't want that Nini. Is it that they thought maybe he is not for them, or what was the reason why most of the Gen Zs really never wanted that thought?
I can say categorically that the main reason why Gen Zs turned off Raila's intergenerational dialogue is because when Raila went and shook hands with Ruto, he did not consult the Gen Zs. That's number one. Number two, we were not aware of the agenda why he has reunited with the president in place. So we were, from we could have judged him from the past handshakes and other reunion which he has done with the previous former head of state. So we were just curious that we might end up being casualties of Raila's beneficiary. So I think uh, it was not a good fact for us to go
to
and
join.
accept the intergenerational dialogue which he was inviting the Gen Zs in. But all said and done, I think the major thing is that the style of how he wanted to bring intergenerational dialogue, the approach, maybe it was wrong, but maybe if looked into deeper, you might find that the ideas he had, it was good, but the approach and how he handled it was totally wrong.
And the time it came anyway. Yeah, I get you. Thank you for your opinion. So what message do you have for Kenyans as we continue to mourn His Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga?
Yeah, my message to the young people of this country and the entire citizens of this country: let's rise up and finish the struggle which Raila started. You see, the day Raila was the day we received the sad news of Raila is the day we saw the president assenting to the bills. One of it is a very punitive bill which is going to punish all of us very harshly. The cybercrime bill. It is very, very, very punitive. So this is an opportunity. He has energized the young people now to come on the platform and talk about these issues boldly, courageously, and turn down whatever the government in place is trying to change, which was not what Raila was admiring. So we must keep on fighting for what he was fighting for, so that even where he's sleeping, I know where he's sleeping, he will be happy and he will be continuing smiling, because he's seeing young people, whatever he wanted to finish, the young people now has taken over and they're pushing it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Asante sana Edwin Shamir kutoka Mombasa kule. Sijui kama George Otieno kama unanipata. George Otieno. Sijui kama George unanipata. If you can get me, please, you can open your mic and give us your opinion, please.
Good afternoon, Tricia.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yes, yes, nakupata vizuri, calling from Mombasa.
Yes.
Joyce, based in Mombasa. Maybe I will start by giving a brief encounter I had with Raila.
Yes.
It was 1987. when he was campaigning for presidency, I think he came to our. It was just like 20 meters to our homestead.
Yes.
And that's my first time to see Raila in person. Actually, he was in a car, and actually was waving to us through the sunroof of the vehicle. So that was my first encounter with him. Second encounter was now when I became a journalist based in Mombasa. When I got an opportunity to work as a journalist, I reported on a Sunday. And you know how newsrooms are on a Sunday. That for that radio that I was working for, I only found one person on duty who was even the news. So he sent me to go and cover a spot. He did not tell me Raila is actually in a function. He just told me go and cover a story. When I went to cover that story.
So you are breaking.
So that is my second.
George, you are breaking.
Yes.
Please, where you are, please make sure that you are still.
Yes. Okay. So my second encounter with Raila was when I was a journalist. So I would say that has lost a great man. Africa has lost a great man, son of soil, Enigma Agwambo, which basically means someone mysterious, a man with more than 9 lives. Covering Raila for me as a journalist was very sentimental. Not just because we come from the same community or even the same county, but his way of wooing the crowd, how they get them up. It was very sentimental for me, and I think even for journalists, they know if you want to get those beautiful sound bites, if you attended his press conference, you will easily get those photos that can actually help or even be very, very motivating, or even for those funny episodes that you can try from your radio station. So, personally, for me, it's a loss, but we have to accept it because it's the Lord's doing. Because the book says that each and every must one day taste death.
Okay, since you're breaking so much, I don't understand what's happening from your side, because we are losing you most of the time. How are people celebrating or mourning Baba in Mombasa?
Actually, today there was I could say peaceful demos or peaceful walk in town with a multitude of supporters chanting his name, Baba, Gwambo, Raila, and playing songs in his honor, songs that were sung in his honor by several artists. So it was a walk in town, and it was a very peaceful walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised today that in Mombasa CBD, no shops were actually closed or shut down.
Okay.
Because it was very peaceful. I think it was very somber that even the onlookers, even the business community, I think did not have any fear. There's a large multitude of mourners or supporters who are walking across the street or walking on the streets from Pembe za Ndovu up to Mwemteari,
Mm-hmm.
and back to Pembe za Ndovu before dispersing. Yes.
Oh, okay. So the crowds have already dispersed.
Actually, it's like it was about 12 noon. They are dispersed by 12 noon after that walk to mourn the Enigma, Raila Odinga.
Okay, thank you so much, George. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution also, Shamir. Let's all continue mourning Baba together. Thank you. Well, we are back, and I'm taking you back to Kasarani Stadium, where the body of the late Honorable former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga has already arrived, and I can see lots of people wanted to see where exactly the body is, but I can see a lot of security officers. I can see people moving in at the center of the stadium, and also going back to their seats. I think it's the viewing that has already started. So we have lots of Kenyans. Others are still on the way, making to Kasarani to ensure that they be part of this big event of celebrating the former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga. And getting you back to the studios, this is Radio Generation, the home of hard truth and bold insights. 88.8 here in Nairobi on your FMs. If you open 88.8, you'll be in Radio Generation. You'll be following all the conversations that we do here. If you are in Mombasa, it is 90.7. Yes, kule pia utakuweza kufuatilia mazungumzo ambao tunafanya katika ichi kituo cha radio, na vile ukitaka kutufuatilia kupitia kwenye tovuti yetu, yani website, please do so at www.rgk.co.ke. There we are also live. You're able to follow all the conversations and everything that happens. Like we said, this week is all about from yesterday, it's all about mourning and remembering what the former Prime Minister, the life of the former Prime Minister. It is just a good gesture that every one of us celebrates him and also be part of the mourners. So we shall continue doing this. Even the next presenter will be coming. I'll be informing you of what is happening at the studio, at the stadium, that is Kasarani Stadium. Remember, the previous plan was not for the body to be taken to Kasarani Stadium. It was to be taken to Bunge Towers there. Maeneo ya Bunge pale ndio Wakenya walikuwa wapate nafasi ya kuweza kutazama mwili wake mwenda zake Raila Amolo Odinga. Kila Mkenya alikuwa apate nafasi, lakini kwa sababu ya the space, kwamba wamesema Raila ni zaidi ya pale bungeni, Raila ni zaidi ya kule airport, ndiposa wakaweza kuhairisha na kusukuma kwamba watu waweze kuelekea kule katika uwanja wa Kasarani ili kuweza kupata nafasi ya kutazama ule mwili na kuomboleza pamoja na Wakenya wenzao. Tunazidi kutoa rambirambi zetu kwa familia na jamaa zake Raila Amolo Odinga, all the way the villagers, everybody from Bondo. This is not your loss. We want to assure you that this is not only your loss, it is also our loss as a country and as a people. And I know the whole world is together with us mourning the loss of this kind of leader. Is a kind of leader of his own, like akuwa na mfano. That is what I would say, because every other person given the opportunity to say something about Raila, we could see the resilience that he had was just on another level, was out of this world. The resilience that he had, vying for a seat, the presidency seat, and never getting tired, even when you know and you are quite sure that the election was not fair. Yeah, the results are not true. They are not reflecting the truth about the election. Is something out of this world. Having that resilience and still coming back, that tenacity of continuing, trying is something that is out of this world, and that is why we say it's a special one. Yeah, and also the courage that he had. Shamir has pointed out the aspect of calling out the government as it is. Yeah, few leaders will have the courage of Raila. Yeah, correcting the government, calling out, speaking the truth. And that is, I think, and he gave even the human rights defenders a ground such that they are learning from him. People coming out criticizing. If they feel the government is not doing right, if they feel the government is not following the constitution, they call it out. And that is, I think, that is the best way to check how we lead the country, how the country is operating is quite important. We have seen leaders coming out and calling out the unaccountability of some government leaders, which is quite important. That is important. That is what we need. He is the father of opposition. We have seen the father of devolution, the father of ensuring that resources come closer to mwananchi, because it was only after devolution that I told you some areas, some regions experience, they were able to see a tarmac road. Yeah, it was quite unfortunate, and that was even after so many years after independence. So that is why we were saying that most of the time we see in African countries, yes, they attained independence, but they are not yet free. They are not yet independent, and that is why it needs such kind of people like Raila Amolo Odinga for some of these nations to be able to attain, to reach at the levels that, for example, Kenya has reached, because it is true that, and especially in East Africa, that Kenya, we are quite ahead in terms of democracy, in terms of freedom, in terms of so many things, in terms of development, in terms of so many, in terms of the awareness, the civic awareness, we are quite ahead. And like we said, for the youth, if you really want to honor his honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, please, one thing that you need to do is to ensure that you get yourself a voter's card. Quite important. A voter's card is quite important because that is a tool that you require to ensure that you push the agendas that the former leader had. The agendas, you cannot just merely push them with noises. Yeah, there's something that there's a duty. You have a civic duty to vote, and not only voting. Brenda Soki told you, not only voting is voting in the right leaders. Don't just take somebody just because they give you 500 shillings or 1,000 shillings. That's quite unfair. Yeah, they gave you 500 shillings. You consume 500 shillings, and on the other hand, you lose millions of money. You get in a leader who is not accountable. You get in a leader who is not morally fit for that position to lead you. You get a leader who is visionless. They don't know where they want to take you as a country or as a people. So it is quite important that, especially the young people, it is you that most of the time we feel like you have not really exercised your democratic right. You have not exercised your civic right of voting in the right people. And most of the time we have seen people coming out and complaining that we have leaders who are corrupt, we have leaders who are visionless. So it is important, if you want to honor the late honorable, please do so by ensuring that you go get your voter's card. Be ready to vote in the right leaders. Dear listener, we are still continuing with this mourning together with Kenyans. Yeah, mourning Baba together. The freedom that we have to speak right now, he has been part of it. Yeah, the services that you are getting closer to you, closer at your constituency level, at your wards, it is it is part of the works that Baba is part of the legacies that Baba is leaving behind. So please make sure that you really honor him by ensuring that you do that which he really wanted. And I like pointing out the vision that he had for the country. What was in his mind when he was saying that he can see a land somewhere, a good land, he can see a good destination for Kenyans. Yeah, it means a country that is that is industrialized. It's a country whose infrastructure is quite up to date. It's a country where people have the freedom to talk. It's a country where people have that freedom to correct a leader. A country where there is that democracy. Therefore, it is something that we are not tiring as a country, as a people, that all of us are geared towards ensuring that we get to that destination, which is quite important. I want to remind you that I want to update to you that the body of Raila arrived at Kasarani Stadium, and I can see people, crowds. I can see every other person there. I really wanted to get to see the shot whereby the president maybe is viewing the body, the family are viewing the body. I know the producer will be able to show you, and even if I will be able to do it, the next presenter who is coming in, Brian Odur, of course he will be able to update you. What I can foresee is that this exercise will go up to late night, because right now it's almost 4. We have 5 minutes remaining to get to the top of the hour, and I don't think people have been able to view the body so far. So this is an exercise that I can see will go up to late night, but I believe that security is beefed up because we have not had any chaos so far. I only saw people running to the stadium, and I think they were just running to secure positions, places to seats. Yeah, so we haven't had any chaos so far, and we are praying that no chaos will, of course, erupt, because this is the last respect that we are giving to His Honorable the late Raila Amolo Odinga. Yeah, so expect that every other Kenyan will ensure that there is peace. So once darkness also comes in, I know so many people like taking advantage. Please, we request you, if you're listening to us, please make sure that wherever you are safe, you are with other people. Don't just walk alone. It's quite important. Just have people around you, because tumesema katika msafara wa mamba akosekani kenge pale ndani. Mara nyingi sana kenge yakosekani pale ndani. Kwa hivyo, please take care of your belongings, your properties, and also of yourself. But now, yeah, kudos to the security today. Like, it is peaceful. Yes, kuna that much, but it is peaceful. We've heard from George Otieno all the way from Mombasa saying, yes, there was a walk in the morning, like hundreds of thousands of Mombasanians came out. Wapwani walitokea kule hivi kumon through a walk in town, and by noon, by afternoon, they were done. It was peaceful. They have not seen any chaos. Nothing has happened. Everybody went home peaceful. So it is important. That is the kind of peace that we want in everything that we are doing, in all these things that we are doing, because, yeah, it is his last day. Please, let's accord him the respect that he deserves. So in the next hour, of course, Brian Odur will be coming in, and I can see he already has some guests with him. They will still continue talking about, or discussing, conversing about the achievements, the legacy that Baba left behind, and maybe what happens next. Like right now, what I'm informed is, right now we have the brother to the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga is now standing in as the chair for ODM. So that is something quite important. And of course, we cannot continue saying all this with forgetting about Mama Ida. Of course, is somebody who has always been there. So many times when Raila, of course, was jailed. Mama Ida, of course, was there taking care of the family. Those are duties that people tend to disregard, but they are quite important. Holding the family unit together, irrespective of having him in jail. So it was quite important. She has also played a very big role in the legacy of the late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. She has been part of this journey so many times. When you get out, you are being tear gassed. A lot happens. Most, of course, every time he could just go back home, where of course he would find a solace in his wife and his family, which is quite important. We have seen the support that the children gave, especially Winnie, who was with Honorable in the hospital. So they were together. It is quite important. So for me, up to until tomorrow same time, please, I will tell you to take care of yourselves. We shall continue tomorrow, but for now, please stand by for Brian Oduor, who is going to take you to 7 p.m. Please take care. I love you, Tricia.
The sound is fine, pump it up, turn it high all the time. Let the music move you, let's sway. Radio G's got your jam all day.
It's 4 o'clock.
Radio generation, the sound is fine, pump it up, turn it high all the time. Let the music move you, let's sway. Radio G's got your jam all day.
Radio Generation, the home of urban soul. This is the Radio Generation News.